Do we all actually want the same thing? To be free, to have peace, to be loved, to love, to be happy. Isn't it what we all want? Because we are all connected, we're all source energy. So today I want to talk about the essence of being here, being human, but with fifth dimensional consciousness. And I'm going to talk about 3 points, but for me the last point is one that I would love you if you would stay to listen to that, because it's about being playful. So the first thing I want to discuss is letting go, and the second one is surrender, and that's all in the context of our spiritual awakening. For many weeks, now this was a few years ago, I was lying at night with my finger on my third eye, and I fell asleep like that, and I was concentrating on my third eye. Why I was doing that is to open my third eye, because I knew that I could not clearly see, couldn't clearly on that deep level that I desired connect with source, or connect with the spiritual world of which we all are part of. Remember, the spirit that embodies your human body is part of your higher self, is part of your spirit that is too big to be contained in this vessel. And it is your higher self that knows you best and knows where you're going and knows what is in store. And that is why you in the first place have to learn to let go of control. Now what I mean with that is let go of the fear that if you examine truths, if you go beyond what you were raised with, or beliefs and things that you were told by your parents or by society, let go of the fear that something bad will happen. Nothing bad will happen, on the contrary. So you have to start to learn to trust yourself. And that will happen when you start to get to know yourself. The best way to do it, we always talk about meditation. The reason is, when you meditate, it is only you silencing the mind, so that the mind, which is limited to this human experience, I'm not talking about the higher mind, I'm talking about the mind that tries to always protect you here on earth. You want to silence the mind so that you can listen to what the universe wants to tell you. Meditation is not the same as prayer, in the sense that you receive, you see, you get visuals, you get answers, communication directly from the universe. It is always there. But when you meditate, you are in that state to receive more of that, to receive energies from the collective, energies from your spirit guides or from gods and goddesses more easily than when you are not in a meditative state. Because we can be so busy with the physical here that we can be blinded by that, and we are not then in the receptive mode. If you want to be truly free and happy and free from the matrix, that is it might be a term that you hear a lot, but it's basically being free from preconceived ideas, preconceived things that were that might bind you, because it created in you some fears fears to explore, fears to trust, fears to break free from the patterns that you are in. Now, fear again is the mind that wants to protect you. So it does not mean you should just blindly do something. But if you have an inspiration is directly from source. You will perhaps get an idea and think, I don't know where it came from, because it was directly downloaded without the interference of the intellect. This is your intuition talking. So when you start to trust yourself, you will start to learn to that split second, that first second when something happens, to grab that, because that is the purest communication directly from the spirit realm, from your higher self. Give your spirit a name, give your higher self a name, and talk to your spirit. Listen. You might start to hear it through thoughts that come into your mind, because thoughts are energy, but it's pure thoughts. It's not the thought that you have interacted with, because then your mind is already playing its role again. That's my first point, is to tell you to let go of control. Don't think, because control is the human mind. Be open for the universe to guide you in receiving through your intuition, through being open, through the voice of your spirit, guidance. That is such a beautiful, peaceful way. And that will get rid of fear. Because when we have fear, sometimes it is, or we have some disbeliefs that keeps us stuck or bound. It is because it is serving us in a way. So ask yourself, why am I afraid to do this? Why don't I want to examine this? Why don't I want to take the step? Why do I believe this? How is this serving me? Is it because I'm afraid of success? Is it because it keeps a memory alive of something that I can't let go of? Do that. Confront yourself. There's nothing to be afraid of. You can only benefit from it. The second point that I want to make, remember there are 3 points. The second one is about surrender, and I've touched on it already. The feminine energy is the receptive energy, and she has been really neglected in our society because there's such a big emphasis on the masculine energy, the one that goes out and do. Now we all need healthy masculine energy, and we all are grateful for it. Remember, the feminine and masculine energies are in all persons. It is not that females have feminine energy and males have masculine energy. We do need that wonderful, beautiful, protective masculine energy, but when we want to effortlessly manifest, we have to be receptive, and to be receptive, we have to trust. That is the second point. Thirdly, be playful with reality. Be playful in your life. We perceive our reality through the lens of our beliefs, through the lens of our fears, if we have not dealt with that. We perceive the reality because of the frequency we are on. If we have reached fifth dimensional consciousness, unity consciousness, it is much easier for us to navigate this reality, because you can see the connections between things that happen. You don't fake being grateful. You don't fake feeling abundant. So I'm not saying that you should not fake it till you make it, in the sense of keep on repeating your affirmations, keep on concentrating on your emotions to get that feeling when you imagine things that you want to attract into your physical reality. But if you have reached fifth dimensional consciousness, you will be on the frequency where these happen automatically. You will be living already in your imagined reality. So because you are then already in the emotion, in that energy, and vibrating 100% on that frequency, everything happens effortlessly. If something happens in your reality that you are unhappy with, what I do, and this is like magic, tell yourself, remind yourself, everything always works out for my highest good. The moment something happens that I experience as painful or as something that is undesirable in my reality, I always repeat to myself, everything always works out for my highest good, because that is true. I got a reading yesterday, a message from the Morrigan. Now the Morrigan she was actually seen as the head goddess of Europe more than 3,000 years before Christ, and today they talk about her as an Irish goddess. So she is representative by ravens, crows, blackbirds, even the spiral that I didn't know when the spiral was coming up in a lot of my visuals. So I got this reading, and she is also somebody who protects and somebody who gives you strength. Now, when you are living with fifth dimensional consciousness, you can see the synchronicities, you can make the connections. So what was happening was, before I got the reading, I was in my garden, and there was 3 birds flying very low. They were swooping down over my head, and then there was a crow swooping over my head, and I was like, what is the message? What is going on? Shortly after that, I got the reading about the Morrigan that is there to protect and to help me. And I was so thankful. Then I went out with my son. Last night we decided, we both felt we want to party. So it turned out the party was flat. But we had the best time in angel numbers appearing constantly. Get into the car, the number on the clock. Pick my phone up to pay for the tickets, the number on the phone. And then we went to this one space, and we saw the sticker with the 3 crows, which is also, the Morrigan has the 3 as her number. If you start to live in alignment with who you truly are, with your higher self, and you vibrate on that frequency, you start to see magic everywhere. Everything is connected, and then when you start to notice this, it becomes much easier to navigate life. So I trust that you found value in this, and I trust that you find inspiration. If you want clarity on something, please ask in the comments, or just tell me where you're from. Leave some love. I read all the comments, and I try to comment on every comment. Subscribe to the channel if you find this interesting. I'm sending you my infinite love till I speak to you in the next video. Goodbye.